In this tutorial, we'll be learning how to make a wrap top, and we'll be using this African print with the lining. So we'll be using the lining to turn our fabric for a clean and neat finishing. So let's go into the main tutorial. We'll be cutting the back first. So I've cut out the fabric for the back, and the total length of my fabric is 22 inches. So the next thing I'll be doing now is to input my shoulder measurement and the neck width. So the neck width I'm working with is 4 inches, and my shoulder line is 8.5 inches. And from that point, I'll be coming down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. You already know that our shoulder is not straight. And from that point, I'll be connecting from the neck width straight down to the shoulder slope. My chest line is 10.5, so I'll be marking it out. Then from the starting line, I'll be marking 10.5 here. And I'll be connecting it into a straight line. And I'll be placing my shoulder line also on the chest line, which is 8.5. And I'll connect it straight to the shoulder slope at the top. So on my chest line, I will input quarter of my bust, which is 12 inches. But I want to add a little ease to it. I'll be marking 12.5. Then I will add 1 inch sewing allowance to it. Then the length of the blouse is going to represent the waistline. Quarter of my waist is 10.5 inch. So I'll mark it out. Then I'll be adding 1 inch sewing allowance to it. Then I'll go ahead and connect. So once I'm done connecting, we'll be marking out our neck depth. So for my neck depth, I'll be coming down by 1.5 inch. Then I'll connect it to my 4 inch neck width. So this is the back neckline. So then we'll go ahead and mark out our armhole. From the shoulder points, I will locate the midpoints of my armhole. So from that point, I will go in slightly by 1/2 inch. Then I'll connect the back armhole. Then I'll connect from there straight to the chest line. So our pattern for the back is ready. So I'll go ahead and cut it out now. So we are done cutting the back, and we'll be using the back to cut out our front. So this is our fabric for the front. To determine the extension that you'll be adding to the front fabric, quarter of your waist measurement is what you'll be adding as the extension to the front fabric. So you align your back fabric properly on the front fabric. Then you measure out the extension. So mine is 10.25. So I'll note that point, 10.25 from the center front. I'll come up again so that I can have a perfect straight line. So at this point that I just marked out now, I'll be placing my back fabric on it. And I'll be aligning it on the end so that the two are equal. From that 10.25, then I'll be pinning it down. So the next thing I'll be marking is the front neck depth. So from the starting line, we have half inch at the top. So we take note of that while marking. So from the starting line, I'll come down by 7 inches. So that is the point where my neck depth is going to stop. Then for my neck width, I'll use my chalk to note the point as well. Then I will now draw a straight line to connect the 7 inches that I came down by. So the deeper you go, the more revealing your cleavage. So these are what you are going to consider. So if you don't want yours to be exposed, so the 6.57 inches is fine. So anything further than that is going to be revealing your cleavage. So from this point now, I'll be connecting to this extension. But at the center front, I'll be coming up by 2 inches because this is the part where we'll be attaching our belt. So I will now be connecting from this point straight down to the 2 inches point. Once we are done connecting, I'll go ahead and start cutting it out. So we have our front and the back in place now. So I'm blending this so that we can have perfect shoulder for both parts, for both the front and the back. So I'll be removing the pin now. So this is the front and this is the back. So I'll be using the main fabric now to cut out the lining. So once I'm done cutting, I'll be showing us what to do next. So I've cut out the lining for both the front and the back. So I'll be setting aside the lining. And whatever we do to the main fabric is what we'll be doing to the lining as well. So this is the back. So this is the right side of the back. Then I'll be placing the right side of the front, matching them on the shoulder. Then I'll go to the sewing machine and stitch by half inch of both sides. So once I'm done stitching the main fabric, I'll as well go ahead and stitch the lining. So I'm done joining both the main fabric and the lining at the shoulder area. So we'll now be using the fabric to turn the lining. So I'll open it up this way. This is the front and this is the shoulder area. Then I'll be placing the main fabric on its right side facing each other. Then I will align it properly. You can see the way I'm placing it. This is the shoulder area of the two. And this is the front. So from the 2 inches point here, I will stitch all around, go through the neckline, and come to the other side and stop as well at the 2 inches. So once I'm done turning the front, then I'll go also to the side. So I'll now pick it on the side, fabric to fabric, lining to lining. So once I'm done joining the two, then I'll be back for the next step. So I am done turning the fabric with the lining. And at the center front, this is the 2 inches opening that I left between the two. Then for the fabric, on one side, I left 2 inches on the main fabric here. And also on the corresponding lining, I left 2 inches. So this is the part where the rope will be passing through from the main bodies to the back. So I'll be explaining this to us further when we get there. So I'll be turning it to the right side now for you to see clearly. So after turning it out, this is what we have. You can see the lining to lining and fabric to fabric. And this is the side where we left 2 inches on both sides. So I'll go ahead and take it to the ironing board and give it a good press. So once I'm done ironing, we'll proceed to cutting out the belt for our wrap blouse. So I've cut out the two belts for our blouse. So I cut out 4 inches by 40 inches. So on this end, what I just did was that I came up by 2.5 inches, then I slanted it to the other edge. So that was how I came about this design at the edge. So I'll take it to the sewing machine now and stitch on the edge all through to the other end. I will repeat the same thing on the other side. Then I'll be back shortly. So I have ironed out the neckline. You can see that it's in place now. So the next thing we do is to turn our fabric back to the wrong side. Then we now stitch the hem from one side to the other. So on this side that we have 2 inch opening, we are going to pick the fabric to the fabric and stitch by half inch. So we'll be left with 1.5 inch opening in the middle. So also we'll do the same thing to the lining, that we join it by half inch at this bottom side. Are you getting it now? So we'll be having half-inch opening on both sides. Let me go ahead and stitch it so that I'll be able to show us how to finish that part. So I am done stitching the hem by half inch, leaving 1.5 inch opening. Then I went ahead and used hemming gum to glue this side in place so that it will not be moving around. So I did the same thing also to the lining, you can see. So I've glued it down. It's going to be in place. Then I will match them side to side. Now go ahead and stitch all the hem by half inch. So I'll be stitching it all around. So once I'm done stitching, then I'll be showing us how to insert the belt at the hem. So let me go ahead and stitch it down now. I am done stitching the hem, and this is the part that we left the opening. So I've passed one of the belts. So let me show you how to pass the other belt. So you pass your belt through the armhole. This is the armhole area. So you arrange your belt properly. So from the armhole area, you pass it to the front. You can see. So you now push it out from that opening. Then you adjust it properly. Then you pin it down and take it to the sewing machine and stitch by half inch. So I'll be stitching this and I will stitch the other side. Then by the time I'm back, I'll be turning everything to the right side. So I want to cut out my sleeve now. Though this is not the design of the sleeve I wanted, but I'm not having enough fabric. So I'll just be cutting it like a normal sleeve, then add more volume to it. So that was the reason you see me using chalk to trace it out this way. This is where my sleeve is supposed to stop ordinarily. But because I want to gather it at the top, so I'm adding additional, let me confirm the inches. So 3.5 inches more to it. So I just left it like that so that I'll be able to utilize everything. So the fabric is in four-fold for both the front and the for both the right and the left sleeve. So all I'll just do is to cut it out this way. So this is going to be my sleeve. So I'll gather it at the top, then I'll be using elastic band on the end for the two sleeves. I just thought to show us, but you can as well use any sleeve design of your choice. So I'll be setting this aside now. So here is our wrap top. We are done turning it to to the right side, and you can see this is the belt for the right side and the belt for the left side. And this is the inside. You can see it, inseam finishing. And this is the part that we open up to be passing our belt through. So you just pass the belt through the side this way, so it will come out on the other side. You can see, so you fold it over. So you can see the belt. So this is how it's going to be. So I'll go ahead and attach the sleeve that will just cut now to the fabric. Once I'm done attaching the sleeve, I'll be displaying the final look for you to see on the mannequin. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video.